So you just got done with your first rainstorm?
Oh my gosh. Hey guys, welcome back. We're here for the 5th video in this series.
If you haven't seen the first 4 videos, go click here to get to the first one and then run through all 5. We've been on a road trip in our RV through Utah, and now we're in Colorado. Just got done with the Rocky Mountain National Park, and now we're driving south to Colorado Springs.
Correct. So we went to Colorado Springs to meet up with my friend Stacy and her family, and they've all been riding for a while, her and her parents. So there were 5 of us riders and 3 passengers. They brought their nephew too.
So our friends recommended this ride to us. It was Wilkersons Pass. We're headed up to, what was the city?
Buena Vista.
And it was about 2 hours from...
Which means good view in Spanish.
Wow.
I lived in Spain for a little while.
So this was a great ride. We're so grateful to our friends, the Wilkersons, who were recommending this ride. It's about 2 hours each direction from Colorado Springs out to Buena Vista.
Right.
And then 2 hours back.
If you don't want to ride that far, there was a really cool little scenic
outlook
that we stopped at on the way.
Yeah, it has a little gift shop and
had some hummingbird feeders and stuff.
Pretty
So
cool.
we stopped and looked at that. So if you weren't wanting to do the full ride, you could stop there and turn around, and it would still be a good ride.
So one of the things that was a first for Monica, and definitely a first for the kids, was rain.
A lot of rain.
So as you can tell behind me, we have some like blue sky and some rain, and we got hit with some rain on the way here. So we're gonna try to catch this clearing that just passed us by while we were eating on our way back home in hopes that we don't get rained on. But if we do, we'll just keep pushing through. No big deal.
I did notice that it looked like it was gonna rain in the afternoon a few days before we got there. So I had texted my friend Stacy and I was like, are you concerned about this? Because Saturday was the only day we could go. And she was like, oh, we say around here the weatherman's only right half the time, regardless of what he says. If he says rain, if he says shine, he's only right half the time. You never really know.
Once it was on the highway and we went up through the pass,
it was perfect.
It was beautiful.
For a little while. Absolutely perfect.
For about an hour.
Yeah.
And then it got cold, and then it got wet. And then we had a little bit of a break in Buena Vista where we got lunch and ice cream.
And then we went back and it started raining again, and it was a lot of rain, and it was actually a pretty strong cross breeze too. Yeah.
Big piece of advice when weather becomes an issue: don't ride outside of your comfort zone. Definitely, if you feel like you need to stop and wait out the rain, I've done that before. But if the weather is bad, don't risk it.
The good thing about Colorado though is because it rains so often there, see, as an Arizonan, I worry about how slick the roads are when it rains because it doesn't rain here that often, and you think all the oil is on the road now, but because it rains there almost every afternoon, we didn't have that problem at all.
So in Arizona, if you've never ridden in Arizona or in other places that are really dry areas, really dry deserts, when it doesn't rain for a really long time, there's a lot of residue that builds up on the road. And then when it does rain, that residue gets lifted from the road and starts to wash away.
That's what I meant.
And when that happens, there's oil and other residue on the road that can make it slippery. So on the drive home, we got all that rain. It was pretty cold. The kids handled it like champions. As we got down into Colorado Springs again, it was still cloudy and cold, but it wasn't raining anymore. And so we finished out the ride, put the bikes away, and had a really nice evening with our friends. If you have any recommendations for rides in the western United States, let us know. We're planning more trips. And then after we reach 1,000 subscribers, we're going to be planning a trip to the East Coast. So please, please, please help us get to 1,000 subscribers so that we can rent some bikes maybe in Georgia or Florida.
That'd be fun.
And ride up a couple of states in the East Coast. That'd be awesome. And now we're off to New Mexico.
So it'll be our last one from the trip.
So guys, Arizona Bike Week is in October. We usually don't have Bike Week in the summer. Sturgis happened a couple of weeks ago.
Nobody wants to do that when it's 115
right, it's
outside.
just too hot. So, but we are going to be headed to some of the rides and activities for Arizona Bike Week. If there's anything in particular that you guys want to see, let us know in the comments below. Also, let us know about your bike week in your state, where you're at. I'm sure a lot of them recently happened in the last few months. Hopefully yours didn't get canceled by COVID-19.
Yeah.
Doesn't look like ours will be, but it's all outdoors, so it should be safe and pretty fun. And we'll be making some videos and some content with Bike Week this year.
This will be my first one, and I'm excited.
Yeah, it's going to be super fun. So thank you so much for being a part of this channel and helping us grow, and we will see you in the next video.